Okay, so see more details on our class changes compilation. Okay. Death Rising limited time event. Shortly after pre-expansion launch, you'll be called upon to defend Azeroth from an undead invasion as the Scourge sweep across the land. Players will embark on a quest to establish a foothold in Icecrown where the barrier between Azeroth and the Afterlife has been shattered. Level item stats have been adjusted to make reaching a new level feel more meaningful while simultaneously making leveling experience better than before. That's good. Obviously, this is a good decision. New character customizations. This is long overdue. They should have done this months ago or years ago even. Like, I'm a big fan of the new character customization stuff. I'm totally fine with that. It's good. And yeah, that's great. Let's see what the rest of this is. New starting experience. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is Exile's Reach. And so I'm going to actually have to do that to get all the transmog gear. I can't wait. It's going to be super fun. Time-walking campaigns. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, okay, so now they can do, I see, so you just scale Northrend and Pandaria. Okay, that makes sense. So, wait a minute. Players who have already experienced Battle for Azeroth and have reached level 50 on one character can now choose to level any subsequent characters in a different expansion using time-walking campaigns. Okay. This new feature allows content from locations like Northrend and Pandaria to scale with a player's level, so they can adventure from level 10 all the way to 50 and experience the stories of these areas at their original intended pacing. Okay, that's what the, okay, so that's what the Chromie thing is called. Newcomer chat. The fuck is this? After creating your character and beginning your journey in World of Warcraft for your first time, you will enter a newcomer chat channel where you can chat with other new players and experienced players on the same faction who will be your guides as you level through the new starting zone, Exile's Reach. New players and guides will be able to recognize one another in chat channels with icons above their characters' heads. Upon reaching level 20, new players will be prepared to continue their journey ahead of their own and will no longer have access to the newcomer chat. Okay. That's nice. I think that's a good idea. Novice system from Final Fantasy XIV? Well, yeah, and that's a good idea. Like, I like this. If you're a veteran player and you're interested in guiding new players to the experience WoW, head over to Stormwind and speak to the guide, and you have to follow the right criteria. You have to be level 50, you have to have an account in good standing, you have to complete 3,000 quests, and you have to earn at least 2 of the following achievements. Terrific Trio. So this is leveling 3 characters to max. Rival, Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth Season Conqueror, The Waking Dream, or We Have the Technology. So, I think this should not exist. The Waking Dream is completing LFR. Like, I'm sorry, but completing LFR should not be a qualifier for somebody to be a guide in the game. Like, it's just stupid. And like, the people that are doing LFR are usually trash. Like, that's all there is to it. Yeah, I mean, this is not a good idea. I don't like this at all. LFR player is a veteran player. Yeah, I mean, maybe they have to because they feel like not enough people would do it without LFR. But regardless, I do feel like this should not be a qualifier. If you no longer wish to be a guide, you can speak to your guide recruiter once again. Achievements flying in WoD and Legion no longer requires earning the achievements Draenor Pathfinder and Legion Pathfinder. I think they should do this with BFA too. There's no reason for them to gate BFA flying. Yeah, this is good. Like, nobody's gonna go back and like, oh man, I can't wait to level up these 8 dead professions, or sorry, reputations in WoD so I can fly around and I can get over to, like, I don't know, Gorgrond faster. Oh, dude. Yeah, why even give people the why is this even a thing anymore? Like, I'm gonna be so frustrated if they make us do Pathfinder again in Shadowlands. Like, we've done Pathfinder now for 3 expansions. It was a great idea in WoD. I thought it was great. Even in Broken Isles, I think it was okay. But in BFA, like, come on, man. Like, what I want them to do in Shadowlands, this is what I want them to do. I want them to say, listen, 9.2 is coming out. That's the patch where you were able to fly. And you know how to unlock flying? Get on a flying mount and press spacebar. And it will be like the day... Dude, that would be so fucking... Dude, everybody would log on. Everybody would play the game. Like, tell me they wouldn't, man. Like, you'd see everybody logging on, and you'd see them going, woo! It'd be like the fucking Rapture, where they get, like, called up by God. Like, everybody be flying up into the sky. It'd be fucking awesome, man. I'd love that. Allied races. Unlocking allied races no longer requires reaching exalted reputation with that race's associated faction. I don't really care about this. I didn't think this was a bad thing. I didn't think it was a good thing. It was just a thing. I don't have, like, a very strong opinion on this. It's just whatever to me. Sold auctions will now show a buyer and bidder player next to in a tooltip. Don't give a fuck. Commodities are now sold by stacked sets before there are other stacks from the inventory. Cool. Personal auctions can now be sorted by time remaining. Level range filter also filters by battle pets by level. That's good. Rune carving option for profession crafted armor has been added under each armor category. That's a good decision. Max level is now required to access the black market auction house. The mighty Caravan Brutosaur is no longer sold by vendors and will now occasionally be available on the black market auction house. And new listings have been have been put on the black market. Okay, what are they adding here? So they're adding new mounts onto the black market. Fathom Dweller? Wait, what? What the fuck is the Living Infernal Core? Is that the Fellblaze Infernal? I'm assuming it is, right? That's the green one. Okay, I thought so. I just wasn't 100% sure. Fiendish Infernal, so this is the Mythic Gul'dan and Gul'dan mounts. That's fine. Abyss Worm. This is the one from Mistress Shadowlands and Tomb of Sargeras. Leywoven Flying Carpet. Oh, so you're going to have... The Leywoven Flying Carpet is from the Suramar quest lines. And then Valajar Stormwing is from the, it's from the other place. In some Stormheim. Shackled Urzel. Vile Fiend. Why? Why? Here are the mounts. So what mounts do I think they should add? They should probably put the Solar Spirehawk on the black market because that's another world boss mount and all of the other world boss mounts have been on the black market. Other than that, I feel like they should have probably like the Antoran Charhound. This one's pretty rare. Let's see. What else should they put on the black market that they don't already have on there? I'm trying to scroll down and see if there's anything else I can really think of that would really fit there. Urzel's already on the black market. Oh, maybe it is. Gmod? Yeah, they should probably put Gmod on there. The Dark Moon Dirigible. I would put that on the black market. That'd be cool. And let's see. Farm Molly, it's up. Yeah, I will probably do that too. They want to sell more tokens. The thing is, like, this is a bad way to sell tokens by just, like, having mounts like this in the auction house. You have to put good mounts in the auction house. All right, so here's the classes. We're going to just look like... We're not going to look at every single class ability. I'm just going to look at, like, the general stuff, okay? Most periodic damage or healing abilities on all classes will have a 5% variance on each individual use. Power Word Fortitude, Arcane Intellect gives 5% of stats instead of 10%. Area target abilities can now be cast at a player's location using self-cast modifier keys. That's interesting. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Does being on a black market mean like can't farm them anymore? No, it's just a secondary option, man. That's it. So, I don't really think that the 5% variance on spells is like... I don't think this is a good idea. Like, I guess, like... I don't know. Is it a good idea? Does it... I feel like it's good. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Here's my opinion on it. If the 5% spell variance increases the lag for the game, then I am against it. If the 5% spell variance does not increase the lag for the game, then I am not against it. And I'm not for it either, I just don't care. Okay? So, like, if it increases lag, then I am completely against it, and if it doesn't, then I don't give a shit. It's whatever. I feel like, and this is just maybe my opinion, but I feel like they're adding this variance in order to muddy the waters to make it harder for players to tell the way that PvP scaling is working in the game. That's my opinion. Abilities like Mortal Strike or Wound Poisoning that reduce healing received by a target that had their effectiveness doubled against creatures. The value that these abilities will have is the same against players. I would kind of like to see... I don't know, like, maybe this is just like me being a warrior, right? But I kind of wish I'd be able to have Mortal Strike 50% against players too. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Regardless, it would definitely, like, I just don't like dampening games in Arena. I think that's really what it comes down to. So whatever gets rid of that, then that's really all I care about. And carrying bad balancing and 5% RNG, it's just that. Yeah, maybe. Sharpened Blade. Well, yeah, but I want Sharpened Blade on every Mortal Strike. That's the difference. And so anyway, Wound Poison, Warlock, Mortal Cleave. Yeah, we get that. Many area of effect abilities have had their damage and their maximum number of targets adjusted. See individual class sections for specific spells. Let's look at some of the other pre-patch changes, okay? Let's see here. Mythic Dungeon affixes. Bursting is now a dispellable magic debuff. Awesome. Bursting now deals a flat amount of damage instead of a percentage based off of max HP. Good. These are good changes. Volcanic. Players are now knocked in the air whenever they're hit by Volcanic. This is a good change too. Volcanic was, people would just stand in Volcanic because they could heal through it. It didn't matter. And so this actually makes it have an impact that you actually have to avoid because of the way that it behaves. So this is a good decision too. Volcanic now deals damage equal to 15% of a player's health instead of 40. That's good. Sanguini. Duration reduced to 20 seconds and it was originally 60. This is also another good decision. Sanguini being everywhere does not help anybody out. I don't think anybody really likes that. Yeah, this is good. I think that what they should do is they should make it to where it doesn't tick immediately. That way you can pull mobs out of it and they don't automatically get heals. Non-periodic heals now remove 1 stack of Grievous. That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. That's good. Grievous now deals a flat amount of damage instead of a percentage based off of max HP. These are actually good Mythic Plus changes. Like, all of these changes that I've seen so far are good. Yeah, awesome. Let's see here. Non-periodic heals. Okay, Grievous now deals a flat amount of damage. Okay, Explosive. Explosive orbs now spawn at 4 to 8 yards from the unit that summoned them. It was 3 yards. Explosive orb health has been reduced and no longer scales with Keystone level. Explosive orbs now have a sound effect when defeated. Great. That's awesome. They just made it easy? How could they make a system that scales infinitely easier? How did they do that? How does that work? Yeah, how does that work? Did you think about that? Let's see here. But it doesn't scale. Mythic Plus does scale. Every if it doesn't scale, then why are people doing 30s and not 50s? Like, it does scale. The thing is, to me, like, Mythic Plus is an infinitely scaling system. Functionally, who cares if somebody is doing a 15 or a 16 or a 17? If it scales infinitely, I think Mythic Plus should be the place where people can do more damage. I actually really like the new Mythic Plus affix that they're doing. Let me read the rest of these. Rank 4 essences are no longer obtainable. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna get my last essence. Fuck. Fucking shit, dude. Forever incomplete? I don't know, man. Like, go get it now? I've got like one more shot of getting it, probably. Let me see. With the Black Empire turned upon Ash to defeat the N'Zoth the Conqueror, corruption effects on items will no longer function. Corruption is fucking gone. There it is. Again, there's some nice things about corruption, but overall, this is probably good, and I hope corruption, they change it and they make it better. Absolutely. Let's see here. Rank 4 essences are no longer obtainable. Heart of Darkness no longer requires 25 corruption. Lucid Dreams now affects Holy Power instead of Shield of the Righteous. Wait, they're giving Prompt Paladins Holy Power back? I didn't even know about this. Ah, fuck, dude. There's no way I'm gonna play Prod anymore. I always thought Holy Power sucked. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I never liked Holy Power. It's my opinion. Anyway, let's see here. PP talent, Conflict and Strife has been changed. Okay, who cares? All Legion legendary item bonuses are no longer activate. Fuck. My speed set is gone. They've deleted my speed set. Blizzard. All I want to do is go fast. Some of these times, all I ever want to do is just go fast. And they don't want me to be able to do that. What a cock ass. Can you believe that? What an absolute cock ass. It is what it is, I guess. Let me go back to the rest of these. I don't know why. Like, these are the kinds of things, like, remember I was talking about, like, who asked? These are the kinds of things that I'm talking about whenever I ask who asked. Like, who's like, oh man, this game's really good, but oh man, it would have been so much better if they did this. You know, this is so much better now that they've changed this one thing. I'm sorry, but I just don't think so. That's really all it comes down to. I really just don't think so. I feel like these decisions are not good, and I don't like them. That's really what it comes down to. I don't like it at all. Why? Like, why? Who wants this change? Who's asking for this change? Why is this change a problem? I don't know. I think that the fundamental issue that I have with all of this is that it seems so often like Blizzard is trying to control the way that you play the game to an extent that it becomes imposed on the players, and it makes the game less fun. That's what I think it really is. They are so strict with the way that they want you to play the game that they sacrifice the enjoyment of the game, and they will do anything to do that. They will make things less fun in order to make the game play the way they imagined it to be played. No control equals no balance. No, this is not the case at all. Like they had, I'm like, this was not the case. They never had balance in the game now. Like, do you really think that in Shadowlands now everything's going to be balanced because Legion legendaries don't work? No, it has no impact at all. Nobody cares. I'm sorry to say, like, it's just not, it's not there. Probably because Shadowlands legendary powers include Legion legendary powers. Well, yeah, but you can't use both of the items because they're a different level requirement. More time spent farming equals more engagement equals more subscription time. I don't know if that's the case or not, man. You don't know? You're right. I think that Blizzard is going to completely turn on a new leaf, and after 16 years of creating imbalance after imbalance in the game, they're just going to decide one day, they're going to have a meeting, they're going to be like, all right, guys, all right, let's get our shit together. And then Ian's like, all right, let's do it. And like, okay, let's just balance and make the game perfect now. And then they balance and just make the game perfect, and that's it. Why do you care about Legion legendaries? It's the same reason why I cared about the thing I was talking about earlier. The reason why I care about them is that I think they're indicative of a philosophy that's negative and reductive towards the game. And I think that that philosophy is leading the game in a direction that makes it less fun and less enjoyable for players, because Blizzard is too focused on making players play the way that they want them to, rather than allowing players to play the way that players want to, and then Blizzard designing a game around making those players that are playing their game happy. That's why I think that it's bad. It's not necessarily just the change itself, it's the philosophy behind making the change. That's what I have the issue with. Leatherworking drums now provide 15% haste where it was 25. I'm fine with that, it's whatever. Mini consumables now have a 5-minute cooldown. Fine with that one too, that's okay. Pre-potting for boss fights I always thought was stupid. I've never really thought that was a good system, and it just, like, it adds no value to the fight. Like, I'm not a fan of players want free will. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of pre-potting or any of that other stuff. I think you should use one potion during the fight. That's it. It's kind of stupid. Well, the reason why I think that it's stupid is that it's obviously like it costs more gold, and on top of it costing more gold, it is a clear workaround to an intended gameplay system where you only use one potion during the fight. And the reason why I think this restriction is okay and the other ones are not okay is because this restriction leads to behavior that I think is negative to the game, which is making people feel like they have to spend way more money on potions and consumables because these types of things are expected. It's and it's non-intuitive as well. Yeah, it's super non-intuitive. Let me see here. So philosophy, still pre-potting on fights. Well, you doing a new You do it in a new fight, in a new raid. Let me read the rest of these. Heirlooms. Wait. Oh, shit. Let me go over here. Water now regenerates faster. We read that. Reduce the amount of value that critical strike, haste, mastery, and versatility secondary stats provide when reaching high thresholds. I feel like this is going to make the game less fun. And I think this is kind of... Ultimately, that's what I think people need to think about more. Is that it will just make the game less fun. And... being able to have like really high crit rate or really high haste rate or something like that towards the end of the expansion is kind of one of the cool things at the end of the expansion that you can do. It's like you get to break the game effectively. I feel like being able to break the game at the end of the expansion is part of the fun of being at the end of the expansion. That's one of the cool things about it. I love that. So I don't know, man. Who the fuck is if I saw shit change? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, I like it. Like, same with, like, stacking, like, really high versatility or anything like that. Giving people the options to do, like, these cool, crazy builds and stuff like that is fun. And, like, obviously, whenever they go too crazy, Blizzard needs to rein them in a little bit. But I just feel like a system that's built just to rein in everybody because of a few outliers just makes the game less fun. That's all there is to it. Corruption broke the game, but, what's this here? But you didn't think it was fun? I did think corruption was fun, and I very clearly stated multiple times that I really like the idea of stat amp corruptions because I think they allowed you to focus and play the game and a character in a very unique way. I've been very clear about that multiple times, and I still feel that way. It's not like they have an example of how fun things can be whenever you're not allowed to do what you want. Classic. Well, Classic has a lot of problems too. Classic isn't perfect either. Let's go here. It increases the value of dead stats. Yeah, but you know what else would increase the value of dead stats? Allowing reforging. But, you know, hey. Heirlooms no longer have experience bonuses and now have a set bonus. The new set bonuses can be obtained from all heirloom pieces except for weapons and trinkets. 2 set rested experience consumed is reduced by 30%. Increases your out-of-combat mana regeneration or out-of-combat regeneration in dungeons and BGs. Gaining level triggers burst of knowledge, dealing holy damage to everything and granting you 40% of primary stat for 2 minutes. Defeating additional enemies extends this effect up to 2 additional minutes. Rested experience consumed is reduced by an additional 30%. So I think this one sucks. I think the 2 set sucks. I think the 3 set sucks. I think the 4 set is fucking awesome. And I think the 6 set sucks. Like, imagine building a fucking set bonus around not playing your character. That's stupid. It's counterproductive. Why do that? Why not make it give you more move speed? Why not make it give you, let me think. What are some other cool things that you'd be able to do? I don't know. Like, what would you guys want to see as, like, in a set bonus like that? Maybe, like, more mount speed? Sprints, more haste, a move, yeah, like a buff. Oh yeah, that's a good one. A kill, yeah, fucking a move speed bonus on a kill. Yeah, like maybe multi-strike. That would be really cool. Like maybe a special NPC to come and help you. Yeah. Jump further. Yeah, like maybe, yeah, you can jump further. Something like that. Kill streak bonuses. That'd be really cool. Like. Why? And they can do that. They did it with the 4 set, man. They did it with the 4 set. Like, just do, like, this is so boring. Like, it's so absolutely boring. Like, why not just try to do different things that are more fun than that? Let me see here. No, heirlooms would be awesome. I actually don't like heirlooms. The reason why I don't like heirlooms is because they completely remove the gear progression that a player has leveling up their character. And I feel like I remember whenever my Warlock hit level 35, and 35 was the level that I could use Staff of Jordan. And I got Staff of Jordan on that Warlock, and I felt like a fucking god. I felt like a mega wizard. I felt so good. And there were other benchmarks and breakpoints that I would hit, and I would be able to look forward to those benchmarks and breakpoints in the game because I knew I would be able to get X, Y, or Z item. I remember there was like a level 61 dagger that was like super good for spell damage for Warlocks. I remember as my prompt paladin, there were like a few really strong items for prompt paladins for tanking that I was able to get too with defense on them. I don't know why they would remove the entire rewarding system of leveling and getting new gear. Like, that's one of the most fun things about leveling, is getting new gear and trying out new things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Mojo mask at level 4, is it 42 or 44? I forgot which one. But regardless, I do think this is a mistake. I think that they should make I think they should have heirlooms. They should move all heirlooms over to being a tabard. And then the tabard should give you different bonuses based off of how many heirlooms and how many things you've unlocked in that tabard. So the tabard would then allow you to do X, Y, or Z thing, and that would preserve the ability for you to be able to have gear progression as you level up. And it would also give the tabard an opportunity to it'd be almost like a miniature Heart of Azeroth for leveling up alts. And I would love to see that. But they're just so stuck in their old ideas that they don't want to think outside the box. It's sad. It really is. Let's go to the next thing. Elixir of Ancient Knowledge, Elixir of Rapid Mind. Okay, you can't use these anymore. They're deleted. Why are they deleted? No reason. The Draft of the 10 Lands will retain the 10% experience bonus, but now be capped at level 50. This is a good change. Okay, glyphs that change to the druids are unlocked. That's not a big deal. PvP weapon illusions can be used across all characters. You can no longer champion a Mists of Pandaria faction for bonus reputation. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you. You know, I was farming out for my Calaxy rep, and I wanted to get that Scorpion. I was having so much fun doing those dailies, but I got exalted in 3 days. I'm not having fun anymore. If you could just make it take longer. I mean, the content hasn't been out for that long. It's only been 7 years. 8 years. Yes, said no one ever. Like, why? You know what the funny thing about this is? The championing of Mists of Pandaria factions was one of the one things that I thought Blizzard should carry forward. Like, I thought this was a great system. This was probably one of the best and most this is one of the best innovations on rep grinding in the entire time playing the game, and they're deleting it. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Battle pets, flat damage modifiers only happen after modifiers such as shattered defenses. Yeah, so basically, this is actually, I know people don't really care about this a whole lot, but this is actually a good change. Because, like, so much of the pet battle dungeons and, like, pet battle content, there are, like, really, really easy mechanics and easy ways to just, like, completely roll over the pets by using shattered defenses and damage taken modifiers. Now, I know nobody cares about that, but, you know, for the people that do, there it is. Let me see here. Battle for Azeroth, Season 4. During off-season, Mythic Dungeons will still be playable, and there's no awards. All gladiator mounts and titles, including those from previous seasons, can be used by all characters across the account the mount and titles were earned on. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, what do y'all think about that? I'm positive towards it in a way, and in another way, I'm kind of not. Like, it's like, in a way, I think, for example, if they made it class specific, I think that would be okay. Like, for example, if you have a gladiator mount on, like, I don't know, though, like, but, because, like, that's not the way it works for, like, anything else in the game. Like, the gladiator thing is unique in that way. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I feel like it's, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, who cares? It is what it is. I think I'm just a little bit salty because if I had known this, I'd have played my fucking Warlock, like, back in the day. That was way better at PvP at than my Warrior. And I would have gotten probably, like, 5 more gladiator titles on him. Actually, more realistically, probably 2. You know? Like, I was way fucking better. So I just wish I had a crystal ball to see into the future 15 years, and I would have gone much harder on playing, like, Flavor of the Month classes. Let's see here. Gladiator's Medallion, Adaption, and Relentless have been removed from honor talents. Their functionality of removing crowd control effects will be restored as a powerful PvP trinket option that will be purchased with honor. I actually don't... adding the PvP trinket back, I actually don't like this. I don't like adding the PvP trinket back. What do you guys think? Here's why I don't like it. Is because you're effectively removing a PvP trinket and you're removing customization. So here's why. Like right now in the game, you have 2 trinket slots. If you have this in the game, you effectively only have 1 trinket slot because you have to have this. I don't know. Like, I wish I had 2 trinket slots. I wish I could customize more PvP. Yeah, that's the way I see it. A lot of you guys like it. I don't. Yeah, I don't like it. It does make human better. You're right about that. It does buff me indirectly. You're right about that. You don't have to run it? You kind of do. Anyway, let's see here. Navigational marker will now appear on the screen. Lets you direct to quest objectives, reducing the need to open and close the map. That's good. Druids are now able to customize their shapeshift forms. Campaign quests are separate headers. Does anybody even care about any of this shit? Let's see. Self-cast modifier. Item sets tabs has been removed from the adventure guide. Okay. Oh, yeah. Nobody cares about that. That's fine. New UI scale has been changed. Added motion sickness option. Override screen fade. That's fine. Added keybind for gamepad controllers. Cinematic subtitles are on defaulted on. That's probably a good idea. The Brawlers Guild is temporarily closed. The forum for fisticuffs and furious fighting will return in the future. Okay, that's probably a good thing too. What do you guys think about this? All of the patch notes and all of that. What do you guys think? Thoughts? Good? Yeah, that's good. I would say that these are generally good changes, and overall I'm relatively satisfied with what the decisions that they're making are. Yeah, this is okay.